First of all, thanks for being here today. Appreciate y'all coming out and wanting to learn more about this year's team. We finished up about a week of practice, and you know, it's the first week, so of course we've got a long way to go, but really feel good about what we have returning this year. Seeing as we've got two very experienced players returning in Lorella Kubai and Kiara Fletcher. Also, Lodamai Lotnan. I mean, these are players that have been with us our entire time here as a staff, and we feel really strongly about what they bring to the table with their experience. But this is a group that's got 3 newcomers that are meshing well right now, and we're looking forward to a year where we can compete at a really high level and give ourselves an opportunity to win at a really high level. And that's how we're preparing every day, and these players are hungry to experience that. So practices so far have been really high energy, and we're getting a lot accomplished.
You have the transfer from Syracuse.
Yeah.
Good three-point shooter. How is she on the defensive end?
Yeah, she's really good. Now, granted, you go back, and Syracuse was primarily a zone defensive team, so she's got to understand and continues to learn our defense because we're primarily a man team. So there is a learning curve for her there, but she's a very smart player. Digna is extremely smart and experienced. So her strengths are really across the board, but obviously with her size, being a stretch 4 or can play the 3 or the 2 also, great versatility and tremendous energy. This kid has a great attitude about wanting to practice. You really can't work her hard enough, and she's hungry to experience something really good.
With so many kids back, is it all everybody?
It's everybody except Anaya Boyd. Anaya Boyd has gone to Gulf Coast State College, and just to, and we were sorry to see her go, but her injury, she had a lot of injuries, and it was just hard for her to overcome them. And then, she wants to go someplace where she can play, and we were, sorry to see her go, but understood the reason why, and wish her the absolute very best. So, but everybody else, yes, is back, and then the 3 additions.
I guess to help it, I can think of a lot of reasons why that's a great thing. Are there any challenges that come with that of having your whole team?
Sure, there's challenges because you've got everybody back, and so you have your starting lineup back, and plus additional players who are pushing to be starters. Or, here's Digna, who was a 4-year starter at Syracuse, so sure. But those are good challenges. Those are really, really good positive challenges, because to win in the ACC and to win at beyond, in the NCAA tournament, you need depth. We did not have that last year. We have it this year.
You're talking about depth, and obviously last year was such a weird preparation for the season, all the different sport protocols,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. How much further along do you feel like you are in terms of developing depth, just from being able to have normal summer and normal kind of
Yeah.
of the season?
I feel like we're much further along, primarily because we have the numbers for the depth. We have the experience for the depth. And obviously we've been here all summer, so we're much farther along than we were this time last year.
You have Love and McQueen back from their freshman season where they played a lot of significant
Yeah.
minutes. What kind of jump do you expect from them in the second season?
Yeah, they've been really dedicated from the off season through the summer, through this preseason. They are extremely hungry, those two. They're talented, they've got a taste of success, and now they want more. So it's been really fun watching them through this off-season part of what we're doing. But at the end of the day, it comes down to that production when you start playing. And so we're a ways away from that, but we feel really positive about where they are right now and what their future holds for sure.
Yeah, I was just curious, obviously expectations kind of ratchet up as you get better and having so much of your team back. How do you talk about that in the first half of the team in terms of just the expectations you have for the season?
Yeah, the expectations are high. We want to be better and finish better than we did last year. So we finished third in the ACC last year, made it to the Sweet 16 last year. We want to do better than that. So that's obvious then what that would look like. We don't harp on it. We don't, we're not sitting around talking about that all the time. It's about the work you do every day to try to make that happen for this team. And it entails a lot of things. Each individual player working to get better, the team working to get better, chemistry, just that's the path we're going down, towards. That's what we want to do. And so we focus our practices, our expectations are that every day of champions. And our effort is that every day of champions. And that's how we approach it.
Was there or are there particular things, whether it's challenging shots or rebounding, that you felt like we really need to be better as good as we have?
Yeah. Things that we want to get better at this year from last year. We want to be a better three-point shooting team. We want to attempt more threes than we did last year. We want to score more points overall, more points than we did last year. So that means we want to attempt more shots than we did last year. So we have more opportunities for that. We need to be a better free throw shooting team. We need to get to the free throw line more than we did last year. Our first 2 years here as a staff, we're not getting to the line enough, and we're not finishing enough of those free throws either. So you can pick apart different things, but just right now, me and you talking like that, we want to score more points, attempt more threes, and twos, and get to that free throw line more.
Are there kids that from what you've seen that be able to be more
Yes.
shoot more quickly
We're faster. We can run the floor better. We can get the ball down the floor quicker and go attack the basket better, or get the ball inside more, to have quicker shot, more shot attempts quicker. And we've, rebounding. Lorella Kubai is one of the best rebounders in the country, maybe one of the top 3 rebounders in the country. She's going to get us a lot of boards. We've got to get some other people getting some boards, and especially on the offensive end, so we can get some extra possessions. So that's something that is challenging for us too, because it's very easy to sit back and just let Lo clean the glass on both ends of the floor because she's that good. But we've had to, we're really having to challenge them to, everybody, she needs help. It's not just on her shoulders, because there's going to be times she's on the bench. We've got to make sure we're still rebounding.
The ACC is a physical league. How important is it to have Fletcher and Lonamai playing the guards?
Yeah, it's real important. Those are 2 very physical guards right there, and those are things that they have naturally because their bodies are physical. And so it's going to be very important that they maintain that and that they stay that way. But we also want our other players coming along and being able to play like that too. Like Loyal McQueen is being challenged, but she's working hard in the weight room to get stronger, and she's really looks good right now. Lily Love being able to be a physical presence on both ends of the floor, physically. So the weight room has been really important to us. Kiara and Mai, don't worry about. We got to bring those other the younger ones along with that strength.
When you told the team you guys are going to play Connecticut, was there?
Super excited. When you want to be the best, you want to play the best. These kids, they want to be challenged. They want to play those teams. And hopefully we can continue year in and year out as our recruiting continues to just get better and better. We can continue to make that schedule more challenging as we go. I want to coach against those teams. It's, those are the fun games. Your fans get excited. You draw more attention. It becomes, you go to another level. And so, yeah, they were super excited about having the opportunity to play UConn at home. That's another part of that.
When you talk about rebounding at Kubai, the one person we haven't talked about is Hermosa.
Yeah.
How is she progressing? I know she made some strides her second year. How is she
Yeah.
looking this year?
Yeah, she had a really good summer playing with her Spanish national team. They played, they trained a lot and played a lot competitively, and she played really well. She came back noticeably different in a very positive way. Really posting up, much stronger, really more willing to be physical. Her shot looks good. You know, she's a 5 player that can stretch you out beyond that elbow, beyond that 15-foot range. And we've really challenged her to become a 3-point shooter. You know, if she's in that trail spot or she's in a position where we're going to go 5 out, then she's got to be a threat. And so we've challenged all of our players, not just Nettie, but all of our players to continue to be better 3-point shooters because we want to be able to have everybody stretching the defense. But she's playing pretty well right now.
Andy in the back has a question for you.
Andy.
Yes. When did Lorella and Kira tell you that they wanted to run it back and play an additional season? Did you have a hunch that might be a possibility?
Yeah, we did. The senior night, when we honored them during the season, you know, give them their jersey and they walk out and do all that. And after that game, Lo came and put her arm around me and she goes, "I'm staying, Coach. I'm staying another year." So whatever date that was, I knew for her, yes, for sure. And I think Kiera, we always knew she was coming. You know, it's just kind of we just always knew she was coming back. We felt like I don't remember exactly when she said yeah, but it felt like she was always coming back.
Or else they'll save you some trouble. What you 24 hours earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was just happy to hear it come right out of her mouth right then. When she told me, I was like, oh, man, that feels good. Yeah.
You touched on it a little bit. Was there a particular player or two where you expect to improve in 3-point shooting?
Yes. You know, Digna brings a 3-point shooting threat. The freshman from Latvia, Beta Bulane, brings an excellent 3-point shooting threat. Sarah Bates, back healthy. You know, she went down at the end of January, and she was playing really well, really shooting the 3-ball well right now. But again, we've challenged everybody. So they've gotten up a lot of threes through the off-season, summer. So the green light for shooters will be spread out pretty well amongst this team. So we're really expecting it from everybody, to be really honest with you. It's something that we put a lot of emphasis on.
You talked about your team making strides from last year. It seems you look around the ACC and you see a lot going on with recruiting. It's really going to be a tough schedule even without playing the Connecticuts of the world.
Yeah. This conference, everybody got better because everybody's players stayed. I think Louisville lost Dana Evans, but they gained some transfers that are really good. They have an incoming freshman that's really good. Notre Dame, they're going to be good. They lost not because of their what you would call your super seniors, but because they've just got some good talent that's been together now for a little while. NC State, everybody came back. That is a team that's going to be really, really good. Virginia Tech, they came back. You're looking at, you know, Elizabeth Kitley and the Shepherd kid, really good. So everybody in this league got better. It's going to be a really challenging ACC season.
Final couple questions again.
I was curious what your thoughts were about the idea of having the 2 Final Fours in the same city that's been floating around.
Yeah. You know, there was when they surveyed coaches, and so I took the survey on a lot of different things, but I was not for the same city. And the only reason being, I don't think that's necessary. I think that both events can be run at an extremely high level, at an equitable level. I don't think it has to be in the same city. If it happens to be in the same city, I think there's some real positives to that, because now you get, you know, because usually every other year or so, you get 2 teams from the same school going, And if that happens, that would be awesome for for whatever school that happens for. Hopefully it's Georgia Tech. So, but if it happens, I think it's a great opportunity for crossover fans to be able to see both. Maybe you gain some more women's basketball fans because some of the men's fans want to come and see what's going on over there. But I don't think it's a bad thing if it happens. I didn't think it was necessary. And that's a lot of people to feed and house and move around in one city. I don't know, wow, that's a lot going on, but I would be okay with it either way.